What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Knights of Teleria. Hope you have had a wonderful week. It has been a while since we have been back and seen you all. We definitely missed every one of you guys. So today, we had some weeks off, so our cast is a little bit different. But we have with us today Mr. FinalKenpachi. Kenpachi, how are you doing, sir?
Hello everybody, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for the having me again. Hopefully you guys are also doing good.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. And we have Mr. Gestal Gaming. Gestal, how are you doing, sir?
Doing awesome, BLAZIN. I hope you had a great weekend.
I did. And special thanks to everybody out there who wished my daughter a happy birthday. She had a lot of fun. We went to it's a place called Great Wolf Lodge. It's an indoor water park, and yeah, it was. Daddy got really wet. Let's just go that way. So let me ask you guys, how has your week been so far? I haven't talked to you guys in almost 2 weeks. What have you been up to, Gestel?
Yeah, just been focusing on the Bambus fusion pretty much the last week. I guess kind of getting geared up for it too. I'm trying it on both accounts. I kind of the goal I've set for myself on my free-to-play account is trying to knock out each one of these fusions. Like I want to see if you can do it. If you manage your resources well, can you do every single one? I've done the past three now. This will be my fourth. So I don't know, man. I think it's doable. I mean, Kenpachi probably speak to it much more than I can, but I think it's something you can do. Once you're farm that Ultra Nightmare, I think it's something you can definitely do.
Compachi, what about you? What have you been up to?
I mean, I'm playing Raid every single day. It's didn't change. And the weekend we are playing different games. Right now I'm focusing Starfield and the Cyberpunk new DLC is out. So enjoying these games I'm playing. Actually looking for the same answer, Gestal, because I don't want to risk my resources to going for the every single fusion. Which is I probably have enough fusion to get next maybe 10 fusion with no problem. Especially we are getting some extra resources from the CC. But I really don't want to be. Oh, this fusion is amazing, and no, no resources left. I don't want to be at that position, so hard to say something.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. So I was kind of at the point where I was just starting my weekend when they were announcing this. Or actually, just ending the weekend when they were announcing this fusion. And yeah, we'll get into it in a minute, but I think it's a pretty cool one. So for myself, I mean, I have to admit something, guys. For the first time in almost 4 years, I did not open Raid first thing in the morning. It was actually another game. And I was confessing to you guys earlier. I started playing Watcher of Realms, not just because there's no sponsorships or anything like that. I just wanted to see exactly what the hype was about and if it was fun. And I enjoyed it a little bit. Now I know both of you guys play some other games on the side. What exactly are you guys playing? Outside of Raid, Gestel?
Well, I've been playing Smite for about 10 years now. It's a MOBA. It's like a third person kind of League of Legends conquest map, and picks and bans and the whole 9 yards. If you've ever been into MOBAs, I actually start all my streams out playing that game. To Sometimes not people happy about it, but I think some people have grown to actually enjoy watching it. But I've also been playing Baldur's Gate. I think you probably are you talking more about like the mobile games, the
Just
the
in
gotchas
general.
or the AFKs? Yeah, well, so yeah, I mean, I kind of play anything. I like to check out new games. I checked out like Diablo 4 and stuff. I would love to play was it Starfield? That
Yep,
Kenpachi's playing now.
Starfield.
I think that would be a cool game to check out. I actually would like to go back. I never played No Sky's Limit, and I heard that's like actually at a really good place right now with a whole bunch of updates and stuff. So maybe I'd go back and play that first. But so I'll check anything out. Honestly, I love playing video games. I was saying to you earlier about the gotchas. Like I've kind of got hooked into a whole bunch of different games. Like I played AFK Arena, I played Rage of Destiny, I played Magnum Quest, I played Summoner's War, played Awakened Chaos Era, and after Awakened Chaos Era, I was like, I can't get into these games anymore, man, because like I don't they like I always play raid like and something else. I feel like just to kind of manage my like obsession with raid. But I found that it's almost better to have I'm playing 2 accounts in raid instead of like going off to all these other games. So I don't know. That's what I'm enjoying right now. Like I'm not even looking. I didn't even try Watchers of Rome. I didn't try Dragonair. I haven't really. I don't even want to check them out because I've fallen for it too many times. But I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Because I've heard it's pretty cool.
Yeah. It was like instinctively every morning. Like I come to my computer, I open up my account, I do my clan bosses, and like today, the first thing I did is I just got on my phone and I opened that up and I was like, okay. Yeah, I still did everything else in game, but Kenpachi, what have you been playing?
If you're talking about gacha game, like a Gestal, I love gacha game. Like it doesn't mean you need to spend the money to play the gacha game. I pretty much try and every gacha game is released. If I like them, I continue. If I don't like them, I just uninstall on the like, like literally like 10 minutes. And Awaken Kausura is the good game. I play in 2 weeks, I believe. I actually have a very nice legendary collection on this game. It's very rewarding. But again, like every gacha game on the release, they have amazing, party going on. They throw you stuff like that. It's a good game. Besides that, I'm playing Mobile Legends Adventure. Maybe some of you guys know, but I only doing my daily stuff, which is super pay to win game, which is the same company, I believe, because whenever you open the logo, I think Tumo, stuff like that, each show like that. Watcher of Ram, I think behind the company is the same company, both of the game. And besides that, Cyberpunk, Starfield, Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, they are the like a AAA game I'm playing, and this year is amazing for the game. Let me tell you like that. I'm glad I upgrade my graphic card this year because I really enjoy it.
Okay. All right. So before we get into today's show, we got a lot of things to talk about. We're going to talk about the content creator games. We're going to talk about the new Fusion, and it was the 1 month anniversary of getting to the content creator program, and so we got to pick out that lucky winner for the Chronom giveaway, right? So before we get into that, though, question of the week for the content creators is: are you more of a ham or turkey type of person for the holidays? Now, I know for Kenpachi, you guys don't really do turkey there, right? You do lamb or stuff like that. So for you, it would be, I guess, which one would you pick? But Gestal, we'll start off with you, man. What are you? Are you a ham, turkey, something else?
Turkey, 100%.
Turkey.
I do not like ham at all.
Okay.
Not like no. I don't like ham in any fashion. Not in sandwiches. Not as like as like a feast. I just don't like ham.
All right. Have you ever tried a deep fried turkey?
Oh yeah, they're great. Yeah, I've done that for sure.
I got a funny story on that later on, but yeah, I almost ruined my Thanksgiving.
Spilling over and burning something down.
No. I was not that bad, but I almost ruined Thanksgiving.
I've heard some horror stories with it.
Kenpachi, what about you? What do you like to eat for holiday feasts?
Turkey. Actually, I prefer chicken. I love chicken more than turkey. But if we can choose something else between them, I go lamb. Nice
lamb?
Kebab,
Yeah, I definitely hear the lamb. So I'm Greek, and the one thing every Greek gets called out for is we during Easter we're sitting there for 6 hours a day just roasting that lamb, and it's definitely fun. But
we are really close to each other, so I know.
Lamb is one of those things. But for myself, I actually kind of hate turkey, especially when it's baked. When it's deep fried, I'll eat it, but my go-to is always ham. I love a nice spiral ham with some honey and glaze with a little bit of pineapple. It's always good. But all right, so let's get into the fusion talk, right? Let's discuss the fusion. Now we have this new guy, Bombus Fourleaf, and he's got a very interesting kit, right? The A1 brings a, what is he, a Skinwalker, I think? Yeah.
Skinwalker.
Yeah. Now, so the first thing when I saw this looks wise, I was like, wow, he's actually pretty cool. He reminded me, he brought me back to my World of Warcraft days, right? Skin wise, what were you guys looking at when you saw it and it was released? It was like, okay, what were your initial thoughts, Kenpachi?
His visual is very looking good. It's this kind of stuff is really important for me. Some people doesn't care about that, but I really into the visual, and he's looking pretty good. Very nice design, too many detail. Yeah, pretty cool design.
Okay. Gestal, what about you? What were your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I mean, initial thought was like, Kung Fu Panda, I guess. I think he looks awesome. I don't know. This is obviously one of I think what really draws people to this game. I think it's they do a great job with the characters. A lot of
Yeah.
detail, a lot of intricacy. They also take into account that you're typically staring from behind on these guys, so they kind of like do a lot of cool things to like, he's got like a whole bunch of stuff on the back. So I think they got some really smart artists, man. They do a great job with it.
Yeah, agree. Yeah, like I said, when I first looked at him, I was like, oh my God, a Brewmaster Monk from World of Warcraft just came into, Raid Shadow Legends. I was kind of stoked. Some people were a little upset that it had nothing to do with like the Oktoberfest fusion. They were expecting like a dwarf, with like two beer mugs or something that were going to be used as weapons or something. But if pandas, and the Oriental culture, the Chinese culture, great brewmasters. So I think they kind of knocked it out of the park with this one. But I guess the first question is going to be: are you going for the fusion? Kenpachi, are you going for this guy?
I wasn't, but chat is said. I mean, if you look the fusion schedule, like basically, if you manage to get epic champion from the Samurai, it's done. Like you can skip every dungeon diver event.
Yep.
Yes, I opened my shard. I opened like 10 ancient. I got the epic champion there. So basically, alive to do like Ice Golem, Dragon, Spider tournament. At the same time, some of the classic arena, and it's done. I don't have to worry about champion training, any other shard pool event, or dungeon diver event. I can skip all of them. So for me, I'm going. I mean, I don't have option. Like if I don't go right now, like it's gonna be super stupid. But if schedule is super easy, otherwise it doesn't worth it, in my opinion. Especially
Okay.
if you guys don't have resources, doesn't worth it.
Okay. Kessel, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I have the same thoughts. If you didn't have, this isn't someone who's going to come in and completely change your account. I don't think he's meta now. I don't know if he really ever will be, but I think I'm going for him on both accounts. All that said, I am going for him on both accounts. I go for everything on my main account, and I'm kind of just on my free to play account. I'm just trying to see if it's like even possible to kind of go for each fusion now that I'm farming Ultra Nightmare and kind of moving more into, more from mid game into later game content. So I've just been going for it, but uh, I don't see me really using it on the free to play account, to be perfectly honest. I think it's just someone I'll have available if I need it in the future. But on the main account, I mean, he brings in Feeble, man, and he's the only guy that does that. Like, I feel like that's got to be useful somewhere. Not only that, he also has decreased accuracy, increased accuracy. Like, what happens if this new Void clan boss thing that comes out has like a accuracy or a resist check of like 1,000? You're gonna have to have someone that's increasing, decreasing, right? So, I don't know. I just think it's someone that you kind of have to go for, um, if you can. I just don't like. There's no good reason to go for him. I feel like right now.
Yeah.
It's more of like a FOMO thing, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you could be like another particular content creator of ours, Jay, who missed out on the Brogni fusion and's been kicking himself in the rear end every time there's a 10x. He's like, I'm just like this much short from him. But real quick, let me acknowledge some of the chat here. We have Alex, welcome to the stream, sir. Being Useless, also known as Blaze It Up, welcome to the stream. Ace Gonzo, who is another Raid Shadow Legends content creator over on Twitch. Make sure you guys go follow him there. He's great to have some fun with. And definitely, I feel like when the divorce is finalized with Nacho, I think we might have something going on the side there because there's a lot of nice banter there. But yeah. So I mean, the kit overall is interesting, and you touched up on it a little bit, Gestal, with the him bringing in the enfeeble debuff. Now, I've had a lot of in-depth conversations with some of my clanmates about this for the enfeeble debuff because we're like, well, you know, it makes it so you can't fully always crit somebody, right, with the enfeeble. So we could possibly be looking at like maybe a counter to like a Tara's team or something. I don't know. Well, there's going to be some play testing, but so far it looks like there's only 10 players or 10 reviews in game, which doesn't mean much because not everybody reviews the champion, and the reviews in game aren't really that great. You know, but yeah, it is what it is. So let's kind of touch base on. Well, let me get my stuff back up here. There we go. Where do you guys expect to use this fusion? Right. You know, his A1 is pretty strong. It's got a decreased speed on a single target, but if you have multiple buffs on them, 2 or more, I think it's an AoE. So yeah, so it could be solid with a provoke set. It could be solid with a stun set on the A1, depending on, again, what you have for buffs or debuffs. But what do you guys expect to use him, Kenpachi?
He's very solid on the Hydra. Like, he's seriously solid on the Hydra in the current Infinite Shield comp. The problem is, what's gonna be happen the Infinite Shield comp? They said they are gonna do something. The Cadaver, they actually said his name. They said, Cadaver, we are gonna make a Hydra balance without making champion weaker. I have no idea how they are gonna do that. But his A2 is a extend duration, decrease duration, buff. I'm talking about buff. Also is increasing shield thickness. You guys cannot use him without Brogne. You guys still need a Brogne. This is not gonna be work because like enemy has to have a buff. I mean, we cannot let them have a buff. It's gonna be super dangerous, you know. But A1 skill, AoE decrease speed if the target under 2 debuff, which is just use the Ogo decrease defense, block debuff, my bad, block buff debuff. She's pressing 2 of them at the same time. So if your Ogo is faster than Bambus A1 attack basically gonna be AoE, and decrease speed is really important on the Hydra, especially higher level. Again, A2 skill is cool, A3 skill is cool for the arena. Both of the skill negative, the only negative thing about him is both of the skill after you book 4 turn cooldown. I really don't like 4 turn cooldown, especially if the skill doesn't look like broken to me. Yes, maybe A2 skill makes sense. There's too much things is going on. But again, like we don't know what's gonna be happen the Infinite Shield comp. Besides that, passive skill looks like working in the Dragon Heart 10. So I saw some tier 3 content creator make a video about him on the test server, and they show him he can be useful on the Dragon Heart 10. So if you guys doesn't have any champion can help you on the Dragon Heart 10, even that only content, again, fusion is super easy, schedule is super easy. It's definitely worth to get it. Like the Gestal mentioned, he have enfeeble debuff. He's only the champion can cast the enfeeble debuff. Can you please imagine casting this debuff on the bosses? But player missed that before, so we cannot. But again, upcoming content, we don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, we don't know what kind of content we are gonna happen. Like a guest I mentioned, maybe decrease accuracy and increase accuracy gonna be useful there. If you guys look to the Sun Devil and the Phantom Shogun, their accuracy and resistance recruitment is insane. Like, increase accuracy and the decrease accuracy, not only for the arena. This is also gonna help you on the PvE content, especially the upcoming PvE content. I believe he's gonna have some role there.
Yeah, I think increased accuracy is one of those kind of underestimated debuff or buffs.
Forget to mention, he's basically Yoshi, by the way. His A3 skill. So if you have a bomb team, there you go.
Yeah, it's definitely increased attack. Is definitely not attack. Sorry, increased accuracy. Wow. is definitely underestimated, I think, because a lot of players are like, well, I can get to like 700-800 accuracy, but it's like you could build them with like 300, right? For at least PvE content. We're not going to talk about PvP content, but PvE content, which is what most of the players do, you could build them with like 300, and then with the increased accuracy, get yourself up to like 450, and that's about what you're going to need for most of the Doom Tower bosses, most PvE content, especially hard mode dungeons, and that does help out quite a bit, right? Gestal, where are you planning on using this guy?
Well, I'm definitely gonna be messing with him in Live Arena with the Enfeeble. I think that could be really, really strong there. I don't know how that's gonna go. It may not play out well at all, but I think like his passive is super interesting in Arena too. So that's how I'm gonna try him out first for sure. I did think about him in Hydra, but I didn't think about him for the Infinity Hydra comp. Which is super interesting too. Maybe you would get the shields built up faster with him. Um,
So I think for the Infinity Shield comp, it's just going to be an extend because I don't know if you're going to be able to add on to the current
oh,
shield.
it's not
So
gonna keep building.
yeah, so if Brogni already is
Okay.
increased the shield, I think he's going to take the place over of a Krisk and basically just give you an increase on a 4 turn, right? Krisk has it on a
Okay,
3 turn. So he would, for that comp, I guess if you're doing it on a like hard difficulty, this could work. But what I've done for like more of Nightmare and Brutal, I don't think he's gonna work as well unless you put him in like a reflex set. But did you have anything else you wanted to add on him?
Yeah, no, I mean mostly I'm thinking Live Arena, but I had thought he would be fairly strong in Hydra too. The kit works well for Hydra. He'll get woken up a lot of AoEs coming out of the Hydras, so his passive would proc a lot. So and obviously increase accuracy, decrease accuracy is huge. So I think just in a general Hydra comp, he would be fairly solid.
Yeah.
By the way,
Ace.
can I say something real quickly?
Yeah.
About so basically he's increasing the shield value of the shield by decreasing the enemy buff. So enemy has to have a buff. If your cadaver already one-shotting the enemy, they are never gonna have a buff.
Right.
So your cadaver damage is never gonna be increased. So basically, I mean it's kind of weird. Like, okay, I just want to talk about something. Like this is the champion can increase duration of the or buff and decrease duration of the enemy buff, right? If you look to the epic champion for this fusion from Night Revenant, he also has the same skill. Triton cooldown as well. Like, what's going on? Like 1 month ago they said they are gonna nerf the cadaver. I mean, I know they didn't mean nerf, but they say something, and they keep releasing like Infinite Shield comp champion. What's going on? Like, I'm actually scared, and like I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The epic champion for the fusion.
Yeah. He's
This
on a
though,
3 turn
I
cooldown.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly same champion. Like this champion gonna be happy on the Infinite Shield comp.
Yeah,
I don't know, guys. Any idea?
I don't know. So my theory's been that the Infinity Shield comp is not going anywhere. It literally, and I've talked to you guys about it, especially in the CC chat, where it literally affects the top 1%. And for anybody out there who says, let's nerf it, let's be a little realistic. I have an endgame account, and my account can't do it because I don't have a double Yumiko, right? I could do like the budget version, but I'm capped at how much damage I can do. It's the double Yumiko version that, everybody's complaining about that's doing like 50 billion damage. So does it need to be nerfed? I don't think so. Like if you really have either one of you ran this team, Kenpachi? Have you ran it?
I actually want this team is nerf. I have a couple of excuses for that. Yes, I tried this team without Krisk on my account because Krisk is part of my Nightmare team. And I cannot just remove him from that. I can't, man. This team, here's the thing, guys. Like, maybe if you guys never built this team is not easy. Not easy to build. Brogni, 700 base attack Brogni, high attack with the critical damage, decent speed, and you need to be loss of the extender. You need a decreased speed, especially on the higher difficulty. I tried my team on the hard difficulty, but didn't manage to work, so I don't have a Krisk. I use Demiata there, and Godseeker is my buff extender. I give them reflex gear to 70 speed. I don't have a problem to extend my buff, but somehow not working, like not easy, guys. Definitely not easy. The problem is why I want this team got nerfed. I don't think anybody who using this comp is happy right now. Because it's a manual, it's very long, it's too much RNG based. By the way, it's deadly RNG. Hydra is eating your highest critical damage champion first. After that, it's totally random. If they eat your cadaver, you are done. Let's say they are eat your Chris next. After the cadaver, you are done again. I think they cannot eat your cadaver maybe 4, maybe 5 times, especially if you don't have a W mecha version.
Yep.
So you have to keep restarted. Let's say Mischief is spawned. Let's say your Hex debuff didn't land on him. 3% or let's say negative affinity. And you cannot target him, You need to be lucky. Or let's say he target your cadaver. And let's say your cadaver has a 1 million resistance. Guess what? 3%. He's still your buff. Retry again. Yeah. So I don't think anybody using this comp is happy right now. So if they nerf it, I think it's going to be good for everybody. He definitely doesn't deserve a nerf. Because like I said, it's super hard to deal with it. By the way, speaking of the nerf, I don't want talking about the champion nerf. They can nerf the champion without doing anything about the champion, They can give the Hydra a new passive skill, basic the nerf. But if they're gonna nerf the cadaver, literally the first thing gonna be happen, W Meko. I mean, not W Meko, my bad. Tranda.
Yep.
So, I'm saying, if they are gonna nerf the cadaver, they should be nerf the Tranda as well. Both of them need balance there. Again, I'm not talking about the champion. I'm talking about they can give the Hydra passive skill. Boom, they are gone now, So, Akrize is fine too. Look, Akrize, maybe people gonna say they are gonna use the Akrize. I mean, she's Void Legendary champion.
Yeah.
Void Legendary. I mean, alright. It's alright to be OP, to be honest. I wish every Void Legendary is OP, but yeah.
Gestal, what about you? Have you ran that team at all, the Infinity Comp team?
Yeah, I hate it. It's yeah. I mean, I was tired of losing, man. We were losing all these stupid comps that had it, and I had all the chance to do it. I got the double Yumi, so I'm like, whatever, man. Either I'm just gonna be angry every month that we're losing to clans that are running it, or I'll just run it. So I now run it. I run it on hard. It takes every bit of an hour, man. And there's RNG to get it set it up. There's RNG, just pretty much everything that Kenpachi said. Like there's a fair amount of RNG now. I finally built my Brogni up. I actually rebuilt him because it's been weeks now. I just kind of like loosely built him just to kind of see if I could do it and get a decent score. But now I've really built him. And it's actually significantly smoother when you when he's putting out pretty good damage, because you get that shield built up really fast, and then kind of all the RNG goes away. But it's just ridiculous, man. I've been saying it since the beginning, and frankly, I've been saying it since the Demon Lord one came out. An A1 from a rare is the hardest hitting ability in the game. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I can understand that. But again, back to my point, it's literally not an easy team to do. It takes forever. And, it really concerns the top of the top clans. Like, for us, I mean, we've gone up against ET, I want to say 3 times since the launch of this. And, when we know that, we have ET on there, we know that the best we're going to get is 3, because we have IPR with us. So we find ourselves, especially with that, with that setup, it's just too much time. And as somebody who really runs, I want to say, I think at this point I'm running 4 or 5 comps a week for people in my clan and myself. Yeah, it's definitely not a fun one, but, putting yourself through that is an option. You don't want to do it, just go down and, do regular ones, and, you'll eventually get the rewards. But I think it really is going to depend on the output of what you're doing for numbers. But let me acknowledge some of the chat here. Tiger Blood, welcome to the stream. Kyle, welcome to the stream. Joe, welcome to the stream. Horde4, welcome to the stream, sir. The first Kempachi, welcome to the stream. My reasons are literally reasons to nerf it, Joe says. Maybe. It's if those players choose to do it, they're it's their choice, But it's really one of those things where it's like it's really up to the individual. Everything's going to be based off a 5-week point spread of where you come and stuff like that. So we'll see. I never like throwing the word nerf. I think the word rebalance is always better because when players are spending, we know some players that are in the 6 digits. It's one of those things where it's like you never want to hear that word. But yeah, so back to the Bombus Fusion. So Kempachi is going for it because he pulled one of the epics, and then you went for the second epic on the Summon Rush, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Gestal is going at both for on his alt and his main account. I'm going for it on my main and Steven's account. I'm not going to do my third account or my fourth account. It's just too much time and I don't have at it right now. But overall, where would you guys put this fusion compared to what we had over the last year? Number wise, would you give them in the top, 5 or below? Let's start with Kempachi.
5 is best, I think, right?
In the top 5. Like number 1 was obviously Newt, Python, Uko. Would you put him in status with those guys, or would you put him in status with like what's her name? The last one we just had.
I really don't remember every fusion we got this year, but most of them was very decent, to be honest. I like to put him. We got a Razalvark this year, right?
Yeah, yep. We got Razalvark this year. We got Awella.
He's actually very decent. He's not like very bottom, but I like to give him 2, to be honest.
Okay. Gestal, what about you?
I mean, without really using him yet and seeing how effective he's going to be in different areas, I guess it'd be hard to say. Obviously, I agree with you. I think Newt's probably the best one of the year. Python, I would definitely put above him. I don't know. Muddy Uko was kind of this time last year, I think, but I guess in the last 12 months, I would definitely put Muddy Uko above him. But that could all change again. He could be like the number 1 champ if something, if this new clan boss or new Hydra head comes out or whatever it might be that he just like you have to have him to get through it. So. But now I just think he's interesting. I really love the passive and the fact that he's the only champ with Enfeeble. Like I think those 2 things are very, very much something you have to consider when you're going for him or not.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm always a fan of go for every fusion as long as your account allows it. And I've made it one of my biggest things on the channel is I want to make it so you can accomplish every fusion, whether you're early game, mid game, late game, with as minimal amounts as resources and trying to be as efficient as possible. So I've been trying to do like a lot of guides and math stuff on, trying to I would never got to the point where I was actually holding on to a lot of these uncommon champions in my vault. But you can see here, if the summon chase needed to be done, I could very well do it with just these champions. And I never got to it. I just kind of got to the point where I was like, I'm done playing Raid Shadow Legends and I'm going to play Raid Shadow Legends. But that's going to be another topic that we have coming up. Why are people defending the cadaver comp? Because, people get upset that they've spent money and, they don't want to see something nerfed because they've put a lot of work into it, I think, if the enfeeble debuff works on bosses, then he'd be usable. Do you guys think that's true? Kenpachi, do you think like if the enfeeble debuff wasn't into play, let's say the whole enfeeble debuff came out of his kit, would you still have gone for this fusion?
Yeah, because like I said, it's very easy to get him. So, I mean, like if the fusion is easy and if you have resources, why not? It's another collection for the future content, like we mentioned earlier. He always have a role. Like we can't know what is the coming next time. Maybe the next boss gonna be asked, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna be an insane amount of the resistance. You need an increased accuracy buff. You don't have option. Then let's say you also need a shield caster because I'm gonna hit hard. There you go. He's gonna be awesome there on this content. So doesn't matter enfeeble. Enfeeble, to be honest, in the arena, it's. I mean, you need to make him super fast for sure. Can be work, especially if you have a lockout team. If you have a lockout, do you still need the enfeeble? That's the question too. Like if you lock out the enemy team, if they cannot use their skill, if you don't have a lockout champion and if they have a cleanser, they can cleanse your enfeeble debuff, which is pretty much everybody with cleanser on these days. Fighting was the fusion, like we talked about him earlier. In the arena, it's not that easy. So enfeeble, I feel like, but on the PvE we cannot also use the enfeeble because it's cannot be used on the boss. By the way, I just got the idea. What about the next boss gonna have some minion on it, and minion is not boss. So if we can place the enfeeble on the minion, look, it just come to my mind actually. Again, like I said, like there's always option for the Pilarium, which is Pilarium is. By the way, guys, Pilarium taking feedback. Like let's say I don't even release it first time, right? People use Paragon and we have like block damage comp. After that, they release a sound level. Whoop, block damage is not gonna work. After that, then we use like Ninja, Godseeker Ninja. Then they release a Phantom Shogun to make sure you are not gonna able to Godseeker Ninja. So Pilarium is always taking it carefully about the content they releasing. And the new content probably, whatever we are using right now, is probably gonna be useless there. So any champion is a potential. Hard to say something.
Yeah. I think even without the enfeeble debuff, he'd still be worth doing. For me at least, right? His kit does have some other things that can make him usable in other areas of the game. But Gestal, what about you? If he didn't have the enfeeble debuff, would you still go for this fusion?
Well, yeah, I think like you said before, I'm going for any Lego. I think if you can guarantee to get a champ, no matter what it is, and add it to your collection, it could become viable somewhere down the road. You might as well do it if you have the resources to do it. So I'm going for it regardless. But just on the enfeeble thing on bosses, don't bosses only have like 15% crit rate or something?
Yes.
So I don't even know if it'd be that super helpful. So I don't know. I don't think it's that big a deal that it doesn't work on bosses, but it certainly would be cool, I guess, like to make sure you don't get crit on Ice Golem or something. But
Enfeeble actually makes the target weak attack. So
Yeah.
it's not. So it's not,
basically no damage. Weak attack is super strong. My Duchess dealing more damage than my 300 critical damage Kendo run against the Duchess. So weak attack in this game basically no damage, guys.
Yeah, you get
Like
nothing.
if you're able to use that on the bosses, you are pretty much gonna be, it's gonna be game changer for everybody. Like clan boss, just throw enfeeble on him. There you go. You have
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Enfeeble
Okay,
works
I guess
as
I was
the
misunderstanding it. Yeah, so it's a weak hit then. Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, so it works
that
the
would be-
opposite way that a what's the set that we get from Doom Tower? Affinity Breaker. It works as the opposite, right? Infinity Breaker makes sure that you don't land a weak hit, and Enfeeble makes sure that you land a weak hit.
increasing your chance. Yeah.
Yeah. But, one of the harder bosses that some of the players actually have a difficulty now, unless you have like a Geomancer in Doom Tower, is the Eternal Dragon. So that could help players there as well, too. So, all right. So, I mean, overall, I think the fusion isn't bad. I did suggest players to do it. I think it's about time Plarium recognizes, the panda cluster with a panda as a fusion. So we appreciate that. Everybody from my clan does, right? But let's get into us. We've had a long summer off, and we are back now with the content creator games. Actually, before we get into this, guys, if you already haven't commented on one of the videos, if you want to be entered in for the Chronom giveaway, there's like 37 videos that you can go and comment on to win a Chronom. We're actually going to be drawing that probably in the next half hour, 45 minutes. So you have that much time to go through, find the videos, leave a comment, and, hopefully you be one of the winners there. But now, into the content creator games. Give me 1 second. I think my wife's running the vacuum. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, we have the content creator games up, and we've done games where it was clan boss specific for factions. We've done clearing the fastest faction with the 3-man team, and most of the stuff has been to kind of give the community some things about could you do something else original, or figuring out how to speed farm something without trying to be too OP about it, right? So live arena, not a lot of people are fans of it. How do you guys feel about the live arena, Kenpachi?
I enjoying it, especially like if you guys free to play and streaming like 6 hours, 7 hours. If you are not doing takeover, you only get like 700 energy to run, so you need some content to continue streaming, And live arena is actually saving me. Whenever I got a time, usually I don't. I'm super busy with the takeovers. Whenever I've got some time, I'm just entering and I'm just cursing my 6-star Duchess ship is never work, but enemy 1-star is always work. It's making me angry, but it's fine, yeah. I'm loving it. Like, it's not something like, yeah, I can get angry, but again, guys, it's RNG. I'm angry to RNG, not to live arena. So.
Okay. Gestal, what about you?
Yeah, I love live arena. I know Ace likes to make fun of me, man, but I love it. To me, it's the kind of PvP nature of it. Like like I said earlier, I'm real into Smite, and I kind of get like the whole picks and bans and MOBAs. Like you get that here, and the fights are much more compelling to me than like classic arena is, or especially tag team. So I really enjoy it, man. I like trying to counterpick. I like trying to, beat the guy who beat me last time, and you start to get to know who people are and what kind of comps they're running. Like, I'm really enjoying it.
Okay. It's not fun. I've definitely taken some losses, right? One of my viewers, actually, not another roach, has definitely taken me on, and I was like, oh, I'm bringing in the duo, I got this, and I ate a really cold face slap right there. But it's I've been enjoying it. I've been doing my I want to say like 15 fights a day, so it hasn't been fun. It has been fun, so it's not too bad. But where are you guys currently in arena? Kenpachi, what elo of arena are you in?
Old one.
Gold one. Okay. How are you finding it there? Difficult? Fun?
If enemy doesn't have a Taras, fun.
Okay. Gestal, what about you?
Gold 2, I'm like 3,600 points.
Wow. Okay. How are you finding it? Fun? Difficult?
It's challenging, man. It's challenging. You're going up. I go going up against people up in the 4,000s, people up in gold 3. It's challenging. Big accounts, +4 this, fully awakened that. But I think there's like I got Taurus recently. I think that's honestly why I'm only able to have moved up as much as I have. But the Wukong, man, the Wukong has been coming in huge, and I'm honestly thinking about rebuilding him. I'm almost thinking going damage with him now because I've seen some damage builds with this guy, and he is ridiculous. But
Yeah.
there's like a lot of opportunity out there. I feel like, especially with a lot of these other champs. But I don't know. It's fun, man. I really enjoy it.
All right. Yeah, so I'm currently in gold 2, and it's fun. It's fun. I get to the point where some of the fights where I'm just like, all right, it's really like trying not to think outside the box. Like I actually had to build my Neathwy Blood Twin and my Solus because my Taras was getting banned too quickly or it was getting picked. So I was like, I need to do something different. And then I find the Monkey King just a huge, huge pain in the rear end. But so let's talk about who's going to be competing in these games, right? These games are not locked behind being an official content creator or anything else. These are open to every content creator out there. It's to have fun, provide content for the community, and to just kind of have some enjoyment, right? This is supposed to be the year of PvP, so if Plarium can't, push it and get it to where it needs to be, well, the content creators in the community are going to do it. So first up, we got Sheeny from the Mad Clan. Now, I did do a recent collab with him about the Classic Arena, and we had a lot of fun times there talking about it. And, I'm kind of excited to see what he's going to put out. Have either one of you guys ever gone up against Sheeny in Live Arena?
I had an epic fight with him.
How did that go?
It was my Siphi against his Rotos, and I kept sleeping him and doing a little bit of damage. And I honestly almost beat him. I think he finally got a counterattack proc or something, but it would have been hilarious if I'd beaten him that way.
Okay. Kempachi, have you gone up against Sheeny before?
No. Haven't seen it.
So I did have one fight with him where I won, and I think we were in like silver 3 or 4, and I'm not gonna say I cheated because I used like a double Taras team, but yeah, it was definitely fun. His Rotos is nothing to shy about, right? But next up, we have, one of the guys that's been on the show quite a bit lately, Mr. FinalKenpachi. And, I haven't taken you on in Live Arena yet, but I'm definitely waiting for the day to happen. I want to see what a true free-to-play account really can do against the big boys firsthand. Gestal, have you gone up against Kenpachi in Live Arena?
No, I haven't gone up against Kenpachi, but my man Entropy, he's a full free to play up in gold too, and I faced him a couple times. Man, that account is ridiculous for being free to play.
Yeah. Actually, next up we have Mr. Gestal, and I have not. Actually, I think we have had one fight, right? Maybe.
I don't remember one. Have we?
Maybe. I think we have. I can't remember. I'm not too sure, but I think we have. Or was it? I may have gone against like HWZ. It's kind of hard to try to. I really wish Plarium would make just let's face somebody we want to, like a friends list type thing.
Oh yeah, please.
I would definitely love that. Kenpachi, have you haven't gone up against Gestal because Gestal hasn't gone up against you, right?
No, I usually play in like 5 hours ago, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
That's the only one I'm playing except the Sunday. But yeah, probably maybe
Yeah, I'm normally
time
hitting
zone.
after a reset. After
Yeah.
a raid reset, I hit.
Okay. So we also have HWZ that's going to be partaking in this. Have either one of you guys gone up against H?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
No, I haven't seen Howard. Nope.
If you see his Harima, she's an automatic ban. Just saying. His Harima is
He's
an
got a nice
automatic
double.
ban. Oh yeah. Yep.
That's awesome.
Then we got the guy, that I thought was trolling me the very first time, Pogo Pintai. I got into Live Arena with him and he brought a Geomancer and I was like, bro,
I'm about to say that.
what?
He loves the Geo, man. He loves it.
I'm like, bro, really? Like, what are you, like, I literally thought it was like a bot being trolled or something. And I'm like, come to find out, that was like the very first time I heard of Pogo Pintai. And I was like, this guy is actually, he's all about having fun, all about enjoying it. So, kudos to him. Yeah. When Incinerate was, or not Incinerate, HP Burn was starting to take the whole thing for HP Burn, I was like, well, maybe he's onto something. But still, no. Stone Skin's still better. Then we got Mr. Nacho. Now, have either one of you two gone up against Nacho in Live Arena? No?
No.
No, I haven't seen
Neither have I. So I know he's got a +4 Foley. And,
that's scary, man. +4 Foley is very scary.
That would be an automatic, see you later for me. Now, for Tiger Blood, the cat is actually Brunt Cat Herder. He's another YouTube content creator and also Twitch fellow streamer. He's going to be joining us as well for those. I don't know. I think he's in Gold 1 Elo. I'm not sure. But have you guys faced him at all?
I faced him like the first week or two of Live Arena coming out, and he mopped the floor with me, man.
Yeah.
It was kind of silly, but he's a big brain, man. He's real good at this game, so I see him doing well.
So we've had 2 fights between me and Brunt. I won the first one. I lost the second one. So far we're 1-1. We'll hopefully get a rematch to see who's the better one. Then we got the guy with the most insane luck. If you ever need your shards pulled, you literally go see Jarec Gaming. He has, the Midas touch, right? Any account he touches and he puts his hand on is going to pull whatever you want. We had a 10x Harima, and I said, hey, pull my shards on one of my accounts. Literally pulled me a Harima with like 15 shards in. So it was, I think he pulled me like on the 2x, we had 150 shards. He pulled me like 6 legendaries, and I was like, bro, let's go. But have you guys at all had a fight against Jarec Gaming? No?
I've not seen him.
Okay. A little bit of a tip. His terrace is built in stone skin. So just so you know, if you see him. Then we have Mr. JR Star 3. And, he's one of those 5-headed players. And I think he's currently in Silver 2. So I think, that Elo is actually going to be, they're going to be able to get a lot of points for this. We'll go through the breakdown a little bit. But, his terrace, if you see him in the arena, feel free to leave him because he only has him at like 80% crit rate. So you're not going to get smacked too hard. His crit damage might be at like 310, but he's not going to smack too hard if he can't crit 100% of the time. And then we got myself, who I would love to abuse the double terrace team, but unfortunately, being in Gold 2, I cannot do that. So I've had to I've had to think of a lot of other champions to build, right? But what are going to be the rules? Well, first thing is, you've got to do 10 live arena fights in a row, right? So we get our daily 5 reset plus the first 5 that we get for free. So you got to do your 10 fights, which, should be pretty, you're talking maybe an hour for most of us here, especially if we're streaming. The next thing is the fights must either be recorded, unedited, or you can, post them on your YouTube channel, Twitch, whatever it is, but any submission can't be edited, right? Bronco, welcome to the stream, my man. Guys, Bronco is also another content creator. Make sure you guys go and follow him as well. Thank you for joining us, man. Now, you must submit a screenshot of your 10 fights, and we can't have any edits or anything like that. Now, here is where it's going to get interesting, right? Because one of the difficult things I was trying to figure out is the point allocation, right? Because we're all in different elos, right? You're in Gold 1, you're in Gold 2, I'm in Gold 3. So it was really difficult to try to figure out what we can do to kind of get the players that, some content creators, again, like Jay, are in Silver 2. So they're not going to get the same point spread that we are. Now, what did you guys think of just the first part for, the point spread from Silver 1 or Bronze to Gold 4? Kenpachi, when you saw this, what were your thoughts on it? Do you think I'm being fair with the numbers?
I think they are fine. There is I think they are fine. I mean,
Okay.
I guess. By the way,
Um,
like, do you want me to be honest with you about
Yeah.
one thing?
Yeah.
I think gold iron is easier than silver because people cannot use double taras or three taras, four taras in silver. I mean in the gold, but they can use it on the silver. So in the another thing, you know, like you place a duchess, they cannot place a duchess. It's actually very fun. Like you need to be careful about what you're placing. And like for example, whenever I place a Rotos, I have to make sure I'm placing him with the ultimate Death Knight to make sure enemies cannot place it. It's really make it fun and more challenge. And silver, in the other hand, was more difficult for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated silver. It was constant duos, like double tars, double this, double that. Like, that's what I like. I really did not like silver, and I really do enjoy gold. I like it really, like, you really have to fill out comps and you really have to counterpick. Silver is frustrating. I honestly feel like they should, like, silver should be bronze, where you just get into it and you learn, like, you can pick whoever you want and you learn, but I really think it needs to go at least to the point where you can't have duplicates on the same team in silver.
Okay.
Just to start you on that road to gold where you're not going to be able to even pick what's on the other team. But yeah, I kind of agree. I don't know. I don't think you need to change the points. I think the point scaling's probably fair. You know, let's say you're in gold 2 versus like someone in silver 3 or silver 4, like you're getting double the points almost. So I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
Yeah,
And you know, all counts are relative, right? Like I think this deep into live arena, like if you're playing every day, you're probably at least hitting 5 times. So you should be at least in the silver 4. Yeah, I don't know. Would you say Jay's in what?
Jay's in like silver 2, I think he said when I talked to him last.
Really, silver 2? He's not. So he's really just not playing it that much.
Yeah, I mean, Jay, as everybody knows, is more focused towards community and helping his community build everything. So he spends a lot of time on his account, not his viewers' accounts, not his account. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole thing here was, it was really, we're talking about the creator clash, Bronco. I think you're in the Discord with us, if I'm not mistaken, but I posted it in there. It's not too late if you want to join us. Just DM me in Discord and I can add you on. But it was kind of difficult here because I was like, players that are in the higher elos, it's going to be a little more difficult for them, because they're going to be going up against the Terrasses and +4 CVs and stuff like that. So I wanted to allocate more points to that, but then I'm like, the lower tiers are going to have a little easier if they haven't played anything. And I really wanted to make sure that, creators weren't literally trying to downgrade their tiers to win. Not that, players or, creators would, but just kind of wanted to avoid that. So, live arena for bronze, you're not going to get any points whether you're in bronze 1 to bronze 4. So, Ace, get it up in gear, get yourself into silver 1, and let's go. Ace is like, no, guys, I'm not even coming near that animal. I'm done. I'm out of live arena. I hate it. But silver 1, you get +1, 2. Silver 2, you get +2, 3, and 4. Gold 1, you're gonna get 6. For gold 2, you're gonna get 7. Gold 3, you're gonna get 8, and gold 4, which I don't think there's anybody in gold 4 right now, is going to get 10 points per win if you win. Now, here's where the fun part starts to come in, right? Because I was thinking, like, I talked with Jay actually quite a bit, like, how do we make it a little interesting where it's not just stale, right? We want players to come in and have some different teams. And so you get +2 for not using any void champs on the team. Do you think you're going to be able to do this, Kenpachi?
Can I ask something? It's make me confused.
Yep.
So let's say we place a void champion, but they ban him. Okay, is that still gonna be count, or
What is it?
let's say we place a Void champion,
Yeah.
but they ban the Void champion, so we go the match with no Void champion. Is this still gonna be count, or
No, it won't count. You can't have picked any Void champions on your
okay, we
pick.
can't even pick?
Nope. Nope.
I
So
think
if
it's
you
very fair, especially Void Legendary Champion are super OP right now, like Taras, Maricha, Sifi, Necret, Cardial, which is the ele attack champion are super good on the live arena. Yumeko, Warlord, Norlakat, for example. Yeah, I think maybe we should be increase the number actually, like +3.
Plus
But
three?
+2 is not bad. Yeah, +2 is not bad to be honest. But +3 going to be more challenging too.
Okay. Gestal, what about you? Do you think you can abuse that?
I'm not going to take the win over it, but I guess I could probably get enough champs in there that are non-void, but I mean, you can't give them all the void champs. You're gonna get crushed, I feel like. So I just don't think. Yeah, like if they take Taurus first, you got to take Marichka to block the duo, right? Or if Sifi's available, you can't just leave her there, man. You can't give them Sifi and Taurus and Marichka. Like you're just gonna get destroyed. So
Well, depends on what the damage dealer might be. Hey, if you want to have 3 revivers and then I'll ban your Taurus and you brought in a Rotos, I'll just bring a UDK in and, well, good luck with your Rotos. You know what I mean? So, just saying.
I'm saying, I don't, I don't think, however they're gonna build them, but it's more to me like counterpicking. Like I'm not like like I'm going against based off of what they're picking. Obviously if you go first or second, but I don't want. You can't just leave those guys available. I feel like if you really want to win, and for 2 points, to me, I don't feel like it's worth it. I'd much rather take the win.
It's just the
Okay.
point
But
we are only going to get.
I think it's a good thing to have in there. I think it certainly will help some of the guys in the lower ranks that'll be able to build their teams a little bit differently. If they're in silver, obviously they can pick duplicates and stuff, so it makes it a little easier in that front as well. But I guess if it happens, it'll be a nice 2 extra points, but it's not something I'm going to even try to do.
Okay. Kenpachi, did you have a question?
This is the point, extra point we are gonna get if we won the fight, right?
Yes. You get extra points if you win the
Okay.
fight with these.
Yeah, that's probably not worth it. I don't have too many broken Void Legendary Champion. I have only Warlord and Sifi
Mhm.
and Chris, but I retired Chris on the arena. So I think I still, if I have an option, I still gonna bring my Sifi there.
Okay. So you get +5 for using a fusion champ or a login champ, right? So I think for this one, I was thinking a lot of players are going to probably abuse the Uko or the Python. What do you guys think? Do you think you're going to be trying to fit this 5 extra points onto your teams, Gestal?
The Woo, man. The Woo, I bring them all the time. Who's the other one I just thought of? UDK.
Okay.
So, I mean, I use those guys all the time. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think +5 easy.
All right. And to answer your question, Kenpachi, yes, for this part, you will get the points if the champion gets banned.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
But what about you? Do you think you'll be able to abuse this?
Yeah, we talk about that Saturday. Whenever I was on the stream, we kind of talk about the drama. People are hate this game, stuff like that. But guys, like, if you guys think about that, what kind of daily login champion we got recently? Wukong, Ultimate Death Knight, both of them is insanely good on the arena. And if you are talking about the fusion, like you mentioned, Phytion, Ukko, also the god tier champion for the arena. I mean, fusion basically free champion, guys, if you guys have resources. So, I mean, this is easy. I'm definitely gonna bring my ultimate Death Knight. I use him a lot, which is against the Wukong. Wukong, my bad, not Wukong. He's amazing. So,
All right.
Arix as well. Oh, Arix, daily login.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. So you're looking, anywhere from about 5 to 10 or 15 points in on yours, so not bad. I think for myself, the only champion I have, or the only two champions I have, is UDK and Wukong that are built that are daily or fusion champs that are bring in. I do have my Uko, but I think my Uko's in like a provoke set. So, you get plus 10 for using epic champions. Now, this one was more for the lower elos, like Mr. Pogo Pinktai, who's going to bring in his Geomancer. But I wanted to see, can we build some, epic nukers up in Gold 1? So, will you guys be testing out anybody there or bringing anybody in? Gestal.
I have one epic built for Arena, and I really don't use them anymore, and that is Inquisitor Shamel. He is actually a fairly solid counter to to Taurus. Yeah, and I've been lucky enough to get a 6-star awakening on him. So I've brought him in the past in a stone skin set, but I've since put that on Turvold. So I don't even know if I don't think he's built anymore, but I have used him in the past to go up against Tars. So now I can pick Tars. So that's kind of my counter to it, I guess. But.
So you mean to tell me you're not a Gala abuser?
I'm not a what?
A Gala long braids abuser?
Oh no, I'm not. But I have lost to Gala Longbraids, so she is certainly viable.
Kenpachi, what about you? Are you planning
I
on
still
bringing
don't have
any epics?
Shamal. I never pulled them, so I cannot use them. But yeah, I'm actually like, if you guys know me, like before the Taras Maricha released it, I finished the platinum number 60, and Magnar was my nuker. Actually, Magnar is not using my best HP nuker set. It's on my Arix right now, but I still using the Magnar, especially the current Force Affinity meta. Vaition, Ultimate Death Knight, Ukko. Arix is negative affinity against them, and Arix is not dealing good against the Ultimate Death Knight, I have to say that. They are passive triggering each other. It's like unlimited law, infinite law. But Magnar, I still use him on the Gold 4 Tag Team Arena whenever I see the opportunity, and sometimes Platinum. The problem is, if they let me to use my team, sure, I can use him. But the problem is, I need a team to use my Magnar. You need a cooldown reset champion, which is Kaimar I'm using, because he have a 1 AoE skill, and you are not going to be kill the enemy team with the 1 AoE. Even he's hitting twice, still not enough. People have like 130k dodges.
Yep.
Magnar has a potential obviously Madame series. Or the what was the champion? Rian. Doom Tower champion. He's very good for the bomb team, which is bomb team also very solid on the live arena. That's the epic champion just come to my mind. So, but
Okay.
am I going to be using it? Probably not.
Okay.
But that's decent point though.
So I saw this because I was like, I'm not going to use any epic champions. And then I went up against somebody a couple of days ago where he brought in a Phoenix in Stone Skin. He was just really slow and massive hit on the A1. And it's a block revive. So you bring in the Monkey King, he's gone. Rhodos, even though he's, negative affinity, you got a pretty solid chance of not triggering his passive. And it actually took me by surprise. So yeah, I'm kind of looking at maybe using him. So I'm gonna see if I can
get
that.
these points. You have to win, right? Like you can't just go in with like no
this
voids,
one,
epics, and like pick up like 17 points, right?
Correct. So for the first one, not using any. Yeah. So for the first one, for the 2 points, not using any void champions, right? That means you can't have any on the team whatsoever, right? So you can't even pick one and they ban it. For the second one, using points for fusions and login champs, even if you pick them and lose, you don't get any points. But if you pick them and win, even if they ban it, you still get the points for that. For the Epic
Now,
Champion,
say you pick a Sun Wukong and a UDK, do you get 10 points?
correct.
Okay.
You get 5 for each one. Now, if you get, for Epic Champion, if you go in with a Gala and a Finax, and you win, that's an extra 20 points. It's basically to help the champion or the players out in the lower elos, because if you have some content creators that are sitting in like Silver 1, Silver 2, but there's some that are sitting in Bronze. So I figured, I just kind of open it up and make it a little more interesting. Plus, if you're bringing in a Epic Champion to a Gold 1 fight and you win, I think you deserve those 10 extra points.
Oh yeah, well that's what I'm saying. But like I could take it to each fight and lose, but still get 45 points out of it or something.
No. So the only time you gain points is if you win. If you lose, you're not going to get any. If they ban your Epic Champion, you still get the points. Chances are they're not going to, but you can still get the points. Now, for every fight you win in a row, so if you win all 10 fights in a row, you get an extra point for each fight, so you can get an extra 10. The only real win is not doing live arena. I don't know about that, Ace. We'll agree to disagree on that. And then I figured, it'd be kind of fun to see if you can beat another CC. It's all based on RNG, but if you happen to get into another fight with them and you win them, you get an extra 5 points. I think that was, this one I would really love to see a friends list in game for us to be able to kind of, be able to use that. I think it'd be fun. I can't wait for it. Now, let me ask you guys, are you building any particular champions for this, or are you going to stick to your current teams because you'll be able to win at least 50% of your matches? Kenpachi?
I'm actually thinking rebuilding my Wukong because, like you mentioned earlier, his DPS is crazy. My current Wukong is fast, accuracy. But at the same time, like if the enemy team has a resist ultimate at night, which is I see them a lot on these days, mine also have that. Against them, like your DPS Wukong gonna do nothing. I mean, he still have an AoE skill, but AoE skill multiplier is not that great compared to the A2. So yeah, maybe I will make him hybrid. But if you make him in the hybrid, use him in the live arena, gonna be difficult. But yeah, thinking about the Wukong at the moment.
Okay. Gestal, what about you?
Yeah, I'm not gonna build anyone new. I'm happy with what I got at the moment. If I had a Georgia, that'd be even better. But yeah, I'm gonna roll. I am rebuilding Wukong at some point this week. Probably not today, but I don't know. When do we start doing this, man?
As soon as the stream's over, you could start doing it. So you could record yours as soon as you get on live stream today and post it either on YouTube or Twitch. Just send me the link and I'll add up your points.
How long we got to do this?
Well, I'm going to require everybody by next Saturday to have the submissions in because it's an hour.
I just need time to rebuild the Wu. That's all.
Yeah. You've got a whole week. I give people at least a whole week to do this because it does take a lot of time, and especially if I got to watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 1-hour videos. If I'm lucky, sometimes it might be longer than that if you get like one of those.
About that, can we quit the match by the way earlier if we think like we are gonna lose?
If you wanna quit the match because you're gonna lose and save yourself time, that's fine. There's nothing that says that you can't quit if you think you're gonna lose. I'm not gonna force players to have to sit there and wait because A, it makes for bad content, and B, it's just not fun. So, but yeah. Overall, I'm kind of excited for this. I'm ready to have some fun with Live Arena. I am looking at building probably my Finax in Stone Skin. So if you guys are facing me, if you see Finax, he's going to be built in Stone Skin. And yeah, I'll gonna do my guide on every champion that I'm bringing in. I'm gonna show my builds so everybody knows. After the fact, and yeah, I'm excited to have some fun. I don't know. What are you guys? Are you guys excited for this?
I am.
Yeah, I think it's be fun.
All right. So next, I actually, it's been a 1 month journey since getting into the content creator game, and we did a giveaway or doing a giveaway for the Chronum. So basically, for anybody who joined, or not joined, but anybody who basically left a comment on a video, we are going to be doing, or not we, me, is going to be doing a referral account. Now it's going to be either 3 or 6, depending on what you need. But all the requirements you had to do was basically put a comment on any video, because the videos are going to be chosen at random. So we have a total, I put this on my community post. We had a total of 47 videos. So I need to pick the winner here. Actually, I'm going to do this at random. So we have 47 videos. Let's go, Kempachi, give me a number 1 through 10.
1 to 10?
No, sorry. Yeah, 1 to 10.
3.
3. Okay.
3%. 3%.
Gestal, give me a number from 1 to 10.
9.
9. So 3 times 9 is 27. All right, so the 27th video on the channel from the day of posting. Let's see here. It was lots of videos ago. 47 video. I think I missed it. Now, do either one of you gentlemen have Chronum? Kempachi?
No.
No? Gestal? No?
No, don't
No.
have 'em.
Did you guys enter into the contest? Because, content creators can get in this too.
Well, which video is it? Go comment right now.
Any video. Any.
I think I made some comment before on your videos, so.
It was basically the thing was just comment on any video. I didn't want you to subscribe to the channel, a thumbs up on it. It was just leave a comment so I can pick somebody. And I left it on for the whole month. But we've got the 27th video. So coming up, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. All right, so the 27th video is been picked. I'm going to go ahead and mute that. Let me take a look at some of these comments. This was basically talking about not using your shards for a summon chase or a champion chase, using those rares and uncommon. So we've got some pretty good comments here. So let's go ahead and now Control C. Let me get the random comment picker out. Where are we here? All right. No, that's not what I want. Wrong video. All right, so we said video 27. Why isn't this going my way? We want
Live TV, man.
Huh?
It's live TV.
Yeah. All right, so we got the YouTube video put in there. We are going to filter duplicate comments. We don't care about keywords. Number of winners is going to be 1. Show random names. We don't care about theme color. 6 plus 8, I think, is 12. No, 14. That's what kind of school I went to. All right, so we've got... this video has comments disabled. This video does not have comments disabled. I know it doesn't. Oh, that's because it's picking up the live stream. All right. Deja vu. There we go. And it's this video right here. Copy. All right. There we go. 8 plus 9 is 17. Filter duplicate comments. All right, so we got a total of 19 comments for this video. Do you guys want to go leave a comment in real quick to be entered in?
No, it's all good.
All
Let the
right.
community get it.
So let's go ahead and start. And who is going to be the lucky winner? Lucas Bartowski is the winner of the Chronom giveaway.
Congrats.
Now, he is going to have 48 hours to get in contact with me via my Discord. Just DM me in Discord, and we will. That's you, Ace, huh? We will pick the. We'll get the account going. We'll validate everything, the comments and stuff, and make sure. And that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to take a screenshot. All right. And we'll go from there. So now, if he does not actually claim this within the next 48 hours, then we will be picking a new winner, right? And so, yeah. Good luck or congratulations to Lucas. Glad he had some fun there. I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of comments on these videos. I don't know if you guys do giveaways on your channels, but when I do giveaways and I say comment on the video, all of a sudden I get flooded with like 20 different comments on one video. And the last 3 days, especially because it's been nothing but, everybody's watching, commenting. I think I answered like 300 comments in the last 2 days. And it's like, I don't have somebody else doing it for me, so I literally respond to every single comment, and I'm sitting there for hours on end. So maybe I might rethink about how I do it, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see that. Now, let's let's talk about some of the stuff that's been kind of going on, and I just want to touch a little bit on the whole drama with some of the creators and stuff. And I know that all of us being official creators, we have to be, careful what we say. But there seems to be a lot of negativity in the community lately with, towards some of the creators, towards Plarium from the player base. Do you guys have a message out there to the viewers, to the community about what's going on that you'd feel, they should know? And I'll start with Kempachi first.
I mean, yeah, I never got a comment like that before, but whenever this primal shard is released, and I open my first daily, they give us like 2 primal, Yeah, they give us 2 primal on the release date, right? One of them was on the first date, the other one is the second. Anyway, I made a video about them, I pulled them, and I got a comment, hey bro, don't make a video about the primal shard pull. We are protesting the Plarium. I mean, like, you are, okay, purchasing primal is bad, but if you spend your money on the secret shard, is that good? Like, what kind of logic is that? And what's part of the primal is make you that angry, I feel like content creator, I have to say it because of the, like, they need to get attention, so they are sometimes using, like, overreact to stuff. They also did that on the mythical champion. I still saying the same thing. They are not that broken. They are not mythical champion for me. Taras Maricha is more broken. And if anybody making a purchase in the void shard, it's more dangerous for you guys. Like, doesn't matter you are free to play, low spender, whale. Taras Maricha is your biggest issue right now. And like, I don't know, you guys push the platinum lately. When you reach the platinum, everybody have a Taras Maricha. Literally everybody, at least have a Taras. This is not fun. Like, I prefer them have a mythical champion. Yeah, like, and yeah, that's the comment I got lately, and doesn't make sense to me.
Okay. Gestal, what about you?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of the Rome is burning down here videos and stuff, and I guess I could see, when new content out comes out, people get upset about it, whatever. Personally, I feel I'm pretty happy with where the game's at. I'm having fun every day streaming it. I enjoy Live Arena. I think it's really brought some life to the game and some like real PvP action. I never really liked Classic Arena. Pushing plat isn't really at the best time for me, so I don't really do that either. So Live Arena is like kind of something that I've been looking for in the game as like a end game player. But I'm happy with it. I think the mythical champs are cool. It's not something I'm really concerned with. I don't foresee me getting one for a while, but I think that's kind of the point. Like they're supposed to be tough to get. Plus there's only 5. Like what happens when more start coming out and like you get one of these 5, but these new guys start coming out and they're way better or whatever. So I'm fine. I'm cool with just sitting and waiting on those, and I'll try to collect some books and maybe be ready for when I do pull one. Um, I don't know. I think they're gonna be dropping. I think they'll be dropping the new clan boss at the end of the year. I think Cyril kind of alluded to that in the scratch video back in the summer. So I don't know. The one thing I heard from one of these videos today, I think maybe Ash said it, was that it'd be nice to get some sort of roadmap. It'd be nice to see kind of what they're I'm not saying we need to know what they're planning on doing a year or two, but like, let us know what's coming for like the holiday season. Like give us a little teaser this week or in the next couple of weeks. I think that would certainly, I think that would be good for the community. But I don't know. I think the game's in a pretty good place. It's a gotcha game, man. They're gonna be asking for money. Like they are spitting ads in your face every 2 seconds to buy stuff. So like that's the nature of the beast. But you don't have look at Kenpachi, man. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it to
No,
enjoy this
unfortunately,
game or have fun. Like, my free to play account, I have a blast on it. Like, I'm on it probably more than I'm on my main account. This game could be really, really fun when you're not spending money on it, for sure.
yeah.
Can I say
But-
something really quickly about the
Yeah.
roadmap? They said they are never gonna do that again because last time they did, you guys probably can still find it if you guys search Raid Shadow Legends roadmap.
Yeah.
It was 2019. You guys can still see the picture there.
It was
They
so
said
scrutinized.
voiceover.
But that was the thing. They gave us like a 2-year outlook. Like we don't just tell us like what's the next big thing. Like you guys are working hard on dropping something. What is it? Like
No,
that would
roadmap.
be, I guess. But yeah, that was it. I mean, that was scrutinized. That was in like every video for years. I felt like, well, remember they were gonna do this and they never did it, so maybe they're gonna do it now. And yeah, that was a bad thing.
The roadmap they said like here is the what's coming next in 2019, and Doom Tower was there. If I'm not mistaken, they released Doom Tower end of 2020. I mean, obviously, Corona stuff like that happened, but yeah, they definitely regret about that.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, it didn't come out the way they planned it. So my thing's gonna be, guys, Raid is a game, and just enjoy it for a game. There's gonna be things that are coming and going. We've seen competitors come into the space and competitors leave. Some games like Genshin Impact are still around, right? And things will improve. All we can hope is that we enjoy the game, we play the game, and we have fun with it, and that's it. There's nothing wrong with taking a step back, taking a breather. I've seen players take some time off, come back. Just I would say log in whenever there's a new login champion, so you don't miss out on that, because you never know, it might be a ninja or a UDK or something else. But for the most part, just enjoy Raid for what it is. Be a game, and that's it, right? You don't have to stress yourself out about every 10x event that's happening, because let's just say let's face it, every gaming company wants to make money, right? I think we're in agreements with that. And you know, it's what their goal is. They have investors. They need to keep their investors happy, and so it's what it is. So just enjoy the game for what it is. That's it, guys. All right. So you know, it's been a wonderful time. We've hung out. We talked about the Fusion, the content creator games. I'm excited to see next week who is going to, you know, win. And I'm really intrigued to see what kind of comps we're looking at. I'm really expecting some epic champions to come out of this. Maybe some, you know, eviscerators, abusers, or something. I don't know if you guys have watched the video that HWZ has, but if you have not, go check out Eviscerator on his channel. Really solid rare. But I'm intrigued to see what we're going to come up with. But shoutouts, guys. Kenpachi, I'm going to start out with you. You got a shout out for me?
I like to shout out one of my viewer, Flaminio. Recently, he said, "Hey bro, I have a 60 primal. Do you want to pull them?" I feel like, what? Are you talking about your engine shard? No, he said, "I have a 90 now." And I said, let's make a YouTube video, man. And thanks to him, I opened 90 primal shard, which is, I'm never going to see them on my lifetime, I think. Can I get a 90 primal before I quit the game or the game is died? Probably not. So that was a nice YouTube video. You guys can check this on my YouTube channel if you want. Flaminio, I got you, bro.
Okay. Gestal, what about you?
Give a shout out to my man Freak Gaming. He's always been an awesome streamer and hanging out in a lot of other streamers' streams and, you know, helping with shout outs. And yeah, when I first came in, I felt like he almost took me under his wing and kind of, you know, got me to meet like other content creators and stuff. So go follow my man Freak. He does a lot of Ninja giveaways on Saturday nights. So if you don't have an account with Ninja, he's a great place to go look, try and win one of those. And super cool dude, man. Go check him out. Freak Gaming on Twitch.
Okay. So my shout out's actually gonna go to one of my clanmates / viewers, Fawa, and you know, things are rough. Sometimes IRL happens to us, and you know, things can get really tough out there, guys. So just remember, when things are out there and it becomes really difficult, use raid not as something to, I guess, get yourself angry about. Just use it as an escape, right? Use it as your breather. It's always a fun time to just play and relax. But my shout out's gonna go to him because there's a lot of things going on in real life, and just know, bro, that we're out here, and if you need any help, whatever, we're here for you. So as always, guys, it has been a fun time. I look forward to seeing everybody again here next week. And as always, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other, and we'll catch you guys next week.